the truth! You can't handle the truth!
What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good afternoon. I just got a little update I want to talk about this tariff stuff that's been going on. And we've heard quite a bit about this, that, and the other, especially with China and everything, and how it's really going crazy with it and everything like that. And one of the things that was pinpointed again that they're really easing off the tariffs on is the communication devices, cell phones, computers, and other electronics. But at first, it was going to strike all across the Chinese products, which includes, cell phones and stuff. If you don't know or not, Foxconn is one of the largest chip makers in the world for pretty much all the electronics, especially with cell phones, computers, tablets, etc., any kind of smart device, especially. They're a Taiwanese company that works out of China. They help make the iPhones and all these other guys. One of the things I want to talk about, is they're talking about now that because of this tariff stuff, the Foxconn in China and Taiwan is slowing production down and cutting back. One of the things we noticed that in us getting around a little bit here and there is there was a Foxconn production plant in the United States. We passed by quite often here in the last year and a half or so. I've always commented about this plant that it was a chip maker for phones and stuff like that, but the parking lot was always empty. It has been for over about a year and a half, a little over a year, I guess. Recently, one time we went by, and I noticed an uptick, I guess you call it, in automobiles. There are people working, was evident and everything. In fact, almost half the parking lot was full. This was before Donald Trump became president, shortly after the election. Of course, after the election, about a couple months later, we started hearing about these tariffs. But the thing is, Foxconn, the company that makes chips for cell phones out of China, had already started picking up production in the United States before the announcement of any kind of tariffs against China. Kind of odd that Foxconn, a Chinese company, knew ahead of time that there was going to be a tariff or a slow production of materials in China, but so they started producing them in the United States, because now they're talking about other production people are talking about building cell phones in the United States. So guess who's going to be making the chips for these cell phones in the United States? Foxconn. They had advanced knowledge of this coming on. So where would they get this advanced knowledge? Well, from Mr. Golden Hair himself. Later, taters.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!